Hey everybody, welcome to Smoky Mountain Echo, the podcast where we connect you to the people and services that keep Haywood County strong. I'm your host, Dylan Huffman. In this episode, we're going to be taking a closer look at child welfare services, a vital but often behind-the-scenes part of our community. From protecting children to supporting families in crisis, social workers play a life-changing role here in our community. We're going to be talking with Anna Messer from Haywood County Health and Human Services to understand what the job involves and why we need more social workers right now and how you can be a part of that solution. So let's kind of start by telling us a little bit about what child welfare services is here in Haywood County and what all that involves.
Under the child welfare umbrella, we have three main units. The first is Child Protective Services investigations and assessments. Those are the folks that get the Child Protective Services reports that are accepted, that meet the definition of abuse, neglect, or dependency. And those social workers are investigating and assessing those reports. The second main unit that we have is Child Protective Services in-home services. And those are the social workers that after the investigator goes out and investigates a report and decides there is something going on with the family, that the kids are in need of protection, they are at risk of removal from their home, they are sent to in-home services. And those social workers really get in there and work with families one-on-one. They create case plans with families. Their primary goal is to prevent foster care. The third main unit is foster care, which is called permanency planning now. And those social workers are seeing kids that are in our agency's legal custody and working with their parents to reunify. If parents are unable to reunify and get their children back in their care, then they're working other tracks, whether it be custody or guardianship with a relative or other caretaker or adoption.
Talk us through some of the day-to-day activities, some of the work that's done by our social workers here in Haywood County.
Our social workers are on the go a lot. They are in the field doing home visits, meeting with families. They also have scheduled child and family team meetings or permanency planning meetings here at the agency or at people's homes. They are in constant communication with collaterals, whether that be the school system or mental health providers, substance use providers, and they also do a lot of documentation.
If someone is thinking about becoming a social worker, what kind of qualities does that person need that's going to make them a great fit for that job?
Definitely a strong work ethic. We work very hard here. We have a lot of fun, but it is a hard and demanding position. So having that strong work ethic is crucial. Having good social skills is important because we are social workers, really being personable with families.
We're talking about the need to, hire more social workers in Haywood County. Why do you think that need is there to have more folks on the team?
Many people post-college are not taking the child welfare route. Even if they get a social work degree, they are not going into child welfare more and more.
We talked a little bit about the qualities. Let's talk about the qualifications of the job. If someone is thinking about being a social worker, what qualifications do they need or kind of educational requirements do they need for this position?
So you do not have to have a social work degree, but you do have to have a 4-year degree. And your experience, if you have experience, just brings you in at a higher rate.
Talk us through some of the training and the support that is offered to new hires and folks that are on the team here in Haywood County.
The North Carolina pre-service is what is required for all child welfare social workers, and that is now a 7-week course. It is more extensive. However, we are collaborating with the state so that while social workers are going through pre-service, they can be working on cases and taking that work back to the classroom, and also bringing the classroom material back to the office. So it's a more collaborative approach.
If someone's thinking about, applying to be a social worker here in Haywood County, what are those steps that they need to take? Where do they need to start to begin that journey?
All of our positions are posted on our Haywood County website, which is haywoodcountync.gov.
Talk about, as we kind of wrap things up, why it's so important to have enough social workers and how having enough social workers on the team really affects the outcomes for children here in our community.
So not having enough social workers results in higher caseloads for the social workers that we do have on our team, which ultimately results in the social workers having less one-on-one time with families. So obviously, the more social workers that we have in Haywood County, the better outcomes we're going to have.
I think the more one-on-one time they have, probably obviously the better.
Absolutely.
That was Anna Messer with Haywood County Health and Human Services. Like she said, if you are interested in working in child welfare as a social worker here in Haywood County, you can visit our website, haywoodcountync.gov. There you're going to be able to read full job descriptions and be able to apply. New episodes of Smoky Mountain Echo drop the last Tuesday of every month, and they're always available on demand. You can check out our website, smokymountainecho.podbean.com. I'm Dylan Huffman, and we will see you next month.